Now in a connector, could find the bomb carrier here. It all comes up to timing. He's just having a read onto Fuzi. He doesn't extend all the way to try and grab the kill and actually loses his life for it. It's a 4v4, but he gains info.
A very important kill to be answered back, and now you can just see the CT stacking up the A side. Even with that in mind, though, look at some of the entries that are coming through for the NIP squad. Up by one, now getting the smoke down to try and get onto the side.
Oh, a secondary kill, a third one in fact for the likes of Jax. Can't quite make it a Quadra. Hunter's there to try and back him up and regain a man advantage for G2 now. Bomb dropped in the open, and the P250 of Hampus rocking Raid Boss in this round. Not gonna rock the clutch play, gets at least Alexi B, but no more than this one it seems. And his moves in, knife pulled out, P250 in against them, going to cross out towards default, just try to get that bomb plant in, could be denied, and indeed it is. It's a pistol win for the likes of G2 as they lose many of their players, but ultimately take the round.
And just searching for some information, these Glocks can't imagine are going to get too much out of it.
Caught as a tag for a bit of damage, 59 points of HP for him. Continuing the face for a little bit more. Nico's credited with the next kill, does get overwhelmed by the numbers game, so not as easy for G2, but they've maintained a 4 versus 3 scenario. There's a FAMAS to work with now for NIP, but the USP actually lines up too for Manassi, making it a triple, and on for the Quadra against Hampus. Let's turn around at least one more good frag against the name of the G2 side. Have that bomb again, trying to commit it to the side, but the scout headshot's not coming in. He's being flanked anyway.
Eventually, when it goes down to the bomb site, and look at this gamble stack, it's coming in towards A.
Smokes up, flashes over, sprays through for Manassi, trying to catch off some T-side elements. They've also got some backup utility back in the back lines. 13 seconds, and finally a blind kill comes in, so we do find ourselves at even once again. Nades back, Echo Tag staying alive. Hunter peeks forward, though, gets the kill against the man, and that should be enough to win the round. Manassi didn't need to get the 4K, but he got it anyway. It's 3-0 start for G2. Waiting for his moment to strike. Meanwhile, Nico working in from the ramp control over towards A. Drops that bomb. As tag caught next. Plopsky can get a responsive. Hampus is now known. He will be removed from play by Alexi B. And the G2 side will fall back to passive positions as Rez tries to continue pressing forward. The AWP of Manassi can't quite land that first shot. Very tight angle hit on the second. Rez gets credited with a couple of kills on the Deagle and maybe even a bomb plant if they can grab the bomb itself. 40 seconds to play with and Alexi B to deal with, but they have done damage here on IP.
This M4 getting picked up, really looking to see if he can engage another fight, try and draw it onto Alexi, who gets boosted up towards that top of orange position.
Alexi just pinking in towards mid control again, trying to establish the early defaults on the G2 side. It's Nico that draws first blood, though.
There is a quick trade immediately with that AWP, but S-Attack does not know about this bait and switch setup. 2 players over, Jax has been seen, they don't know about the teammate.
And Hunter will find a responsive. Jax barely spotted out by the likes of X-Attack, leaving Hunter exposed on one side of the site. Incendiary coming down, that's going to lead to his demise, unless Alexi gets the kill, but he doesn't do so. The call's in the info to Hunter, who makes it a double instead, and turns the whole situation around for G2. Fuzi in the 1v2, has the bomb on his back, and is pressing up through the stairs, but Nico is on the flank, and he'll hold down the round. No Molotovs in play for NIP that can drive him away. They've got to hard check this angle, not even a nade that can do the damage. A flash and there's 2 smokes available for the execution here, and now Nico swings, sees 1 and 2 and 3, barely escapes with Hampus' life. Plopsky there with a decent trade, and now Manassi has all he needs to hold down the A site with backup here and all. Low HP for Plopsky though. It'd be nice if he can hand that AK off to Rez, or if they can go back and grab the G2 weapon that was dropped by Nico. That's what they're going to try and aim for, but it will be protected by the CTs out to the back of the site. Still, the blind spray from Plopsky comes in decent. It's Deagles for Rez. Did go in previous rounds, but not in this one. Manassi locks it out with the AK kill, and it will be a defuse for Jackson. A 6th round for G2. 20 seconds, and NIP have got to make action now. Smokes will come down. Jax will get forced back behind, and the Molotov trying to drive an invisible CT away as Hunter gets away with the kill onto S-Tag. Alexi's still back over a quad, finally accounted for by Fuzi. They almost didn't do so, and Plopsky gets a trade back to a 3 versus 3. The bomb's got to commit and get planted. Hunter trying to see if he can find it in the midst of the smoke, but can't quite manage to do so. And all that distraction pushes Plopsky in an aggressive position, but Nico on the backstab deals with Rez. Fuzi with a responsive. Plopsky responded by Hunter to a 1 versus 1, but 5 HP for the man to try and catch the AWP off his AWP battles here. But where does he go with this? Fuzi playing careful. AK now back in his hands. And hearing the footsteps of Hunter making noise on the site. Shots ringing out. Can't quite find the man. Defuse kit to hold the whole defuse. To hold the whole defuse. It seems like Fuzi forced out, aggressing. And finally taking his man down. Making it a triple kill. And finally winning the first round for NIP. Oh, but he's leaning in towards the B stairs angle though. It's going to be a bit of time stored against his name. Plopsky spotted. Burst fire from Hunter. Gets away with a kill. Drops the bomb in the open. And that should call in all the info they need. But still, Jax is rotating via the B site and back in from the standard backline positions of the CT side. Hunter gets a secondary kill though. S-Tag has dropped. And Fuzi will sneak in the bomb plant.
Lexi expecting a wraparound play. Hunter trying to work on the edge of this smoke. More damage coming through and actually dealing with the AWP.
He's hunting them all down, triple to his name, looking for the quadra, and he gets it as well. Oh, and the ace and everything. One rifle's all they need for G2. It's 7-1. Just certainly worked out better for him. First ace of the series. It's coming so early. And again, off the back of 2 rifles, the info play from Jackson, the dominant play from Hunter. That's one to add to the highlight reel.
Yeah, of course it is. And it's another one of those rounds where G2 are fighting back from a 3v5.
Pixels away from spotting that man. The Molotov's back at quad and his attention's drawn in one direction. Will spot out Jack's finally take the spray down. Nico there with a quick tap to respond. The 4 versus 4. And now backup has arrived, but the commitment's yet to come through. It could still come back out towards the A side. S-Attack does get Nico though. That might change the plans.
Very clever here for NIP. They're putting pace down over towards B. They're drawing as much of that util as possible, and they're sensing misdirection for the European squad to start pulling them around on the map. At least Modessy's hearing the footsteps.
Rest to try and challenge onto the wall to Rays. Drop that bomb. Duke him with a second shot against Plopsky and drop him to the man advantage, making it triple and all. Doesn't need the quadra. Alexi B gets the final, and G2 will hold the 8th. And already the peak's in a little bit late on the smokes, means that NIP just can't seem to find a trade. They're forced to fall back again and try and play from a different angle, but Jax has the angle at B covered off. Fuzi and S-Attack now dead.
What an insane round. You can start to feel the confidence blooming for the AWP to find that success out to ramp with an opening pick. But the off angle from Jax, 2 kills up on the B anchor, finally being dealt with, but the advantage still here for G2.
We'll try and stall as now it's his turn to solo hold a sight, but not completely alone. Alexi B closes in the pins into the backstab, deals with Raiders, drops that bomb, leave Plopsky alone to clutch it. 45 seconds to try and do so. Leaning in against Hunter, who reveals his position. Plopsky on top, trying to drive him out in the open, trying to force out a decent kill, will be able to do so. But now got to focus on a backstab where both CTs are coming in from now. The bomb's dropped on the lower floor, I think, as well. Doesn't stop the spray. Plopsky unawares of where Munasy's at, and patience is a virtue for this young man as he secures another round for G2. Flashing their way up and over towards the B stairs. Alexi B, the incendiaries go down. The SMG tries to peek out against the stairs players and does do a little bit of damage. Take a lot more back in return. Jax has got to try bailing out and get his kill. Look for a double up, not quite a triple. The Fuzi and S-Attack are at least breaking open the site, but Hunter has other plans. Finally deals with the majority of the forces, and once again it's Plops in the clutch.
1v3, looking for damage at this point. Even Hunter aggressing through that smoke. They're playing so much more confidently.
I think you really hit the nail on the head there. They're a G2 side that are playing without pressure, and they're playing to their ultimate confident form, as you can see with Munacy and Jax combining out of the B site. 3 kills, no trades, damage done, sure, but it doesn't feel like Plopsy is going to get the trade back on Munacy. The angle held of the AWP, further incendiaries to stop him from getting to the bomb. There's no way in now. Smokes to suppress any backup rotations. Molotov to drive him forward or back, do some damage most certainly. Hampus walking outside alley, dealt with by Nico, and yeah, this round going about as well as rounds from G2 should go here. 11-2 now up to the board, and this is a stunning start from this CT side. Jax with the latest, the final kill of the round. NIP's pick has been a shambolic play so far. Nades on to Rez. Suppressed by smokes. Nico's hearing those footsteps just against that man player at the end of the smoke. Great kill in. Flash support from Hunter. Deals with Plopsky. Both AKs dropped 5v3. To break into the B site, trying their hand at recovering some sort of bomb plant at the very least, to at least hold the economy state in a decent stead for the final round of the half. They do get away with one good pick, but Hunter, again, double up with his own accord. Hampus, a decent deagle shot, but Hunter makes it a triple. Teammates maintain their lives for the most part. Leg shot on Fuzi though, 12 points of HP. Alexi continuing to do damage through the smoke. Shots continue to ring out. That bomb is going to try and go down in the last few seconds, but the smokes are going to clear. The Deagle can strike, get away with one. Spam his way on through, switch to the AK and everything. Look for S-Attack, the AWPer, waiting for his chance to strike. The bomb's got to go down right now. And Alexi going in for the knives. A play to close out the half. A confident half from G2. It's 13-2. 11 rounds to bring back. On the CT side, as we get to the pistol, G2 making their fast moves up towards side alley already. Hampus with his USP will body block the smoke, at least try and suppress them a little bit more. It's Rez with the Julies, picking up the opener against Munacy, wrapping the corner against Nico, who does get credit by S-Attack at least for a 2-for-1. That bomb being spotted, and Plopsky also chimes in. Now left to 2 players on the G2 side, and finally it looks like NIP are going to catch a break. Nico only a few pixels away from being spotted out by Hampus. S-Attack hiding behind the orange boxes, getting Jax instead. Now all up to Nico to ace clutch in this round with 28 points of HP. Already a player down for his own part. It's one step and a very long road back, though.
Very clever here for NIP, peeking together, not really giving up any individual jewels. Fuzi coming through, out for those ramp players.
No flashes or smokes to support those kind of moves. A counter smoke instead from the CT side. Rez will take a bit of damage for it, get away with a decent kill alongside Fuzi, and yeah, they'll lock out against the G2 side. Again, no Kevlar, full eco, easy pickings.
Put that smoke down towards CT spawn. G2 can just set themselves up to go for an AP.
Perfect spray in for Alexi, catching Fuzi, and G2 will gain site access. This might already be a save call for NIP, although they've got to consider going for the retake, considering the severe deficit they've got to try and bring back from here. Damage being done to Hunter, at least to 26 points of HP. Weaker weapons on the retake. They've lost an M4. The mask getting reloaded. Rez taking some damage as well, so it continues to get worse and worse for the NIP retake as Rez will fall through the wall bang to Hunter. Another kill to add to his tally. 24 deep in this matchup. Smoke's going down. They'll try get to the site, try hold on to the defuse. It's Jack's watching for the flank just in case, but no, they're all committing. Tag next to drop. Plopsky and Hampers can combine, get away with a couple of decent kills, but not enough to hold off the T-side line. 14-4 now. But only a couple of M4s coming out forward and wrap the corner already for Alexi B. Going to press the issue and catch off Plopsky, kick things off on the right foot. Molotov's going down. That's a tag with the Deagle, going to hold off against them all. Molotov's the way even. He's on low HP. Hampus now dead. Does give an M4 back to his teammate, but definitely would have been a better player here. On such little HP. Again, he's going to go falling so effectively. 5 versus 2. G2 in full control. Fuzi getting jacks at least. But this will not be a retake, especially with Rez now falling.
No, not at all. And just look at the precision.
11 for NIP to make up once again. This time to get to OT to try and hold on to survival in this matchup, let alone take it away from G2. That's a whole other story in of its own right. Definitely wish they played like that during this week, certainly. They were alongside NIP as being the 2 top teams you would have expected to go ham in this group, the 2 top teams you would have expected to dominate that first place position. It's Fuzi getting at least one good pick back for the NIP side, but the trades from Nico and Alexi still hold on to the man advantage for G2. Nades onto his position as well towards sandbags. Pressing one entryway to the site. NIP will have to focus wholeheartedly on the retake. No choice but to commit towards it here. G2 getting that bomb up here from Undersea. Nades up, Fuzi's dead. Bomb plant will go down. 40 seconds now for G2 to take the first map away. NIP's own map pick. Smoke's going down to pressing another CT player. He's the player with the pistol, Plopsky with the rifle. The FAMAS versus them all. Does get Undersea at least. There's so much more to find as he wraps in. Tag will fall, and Jax will close it out with a triple and a 16-4 map win. A quick map win for G2.
Shell-shocked, really. When we think about the losses that NIP have taken, 2 maps they have dropped this entire event, coming into the best of 3. And defensively playing out this A site. 3 players here, Rez trying to get into the graveyard. Tag here in the info at long.
Smokes down, taps forward for Tag. Let's get away with a decent kill on towards Nico. That's a decent opening, but unable to find anything more here. The taps on from Jax. We'll spot out Rez as Fuzi gets his trades in, but Jax doubles up and breaks open the A site. There's a player out towards Pit that will try and hold on. Fuzi will be able to trade. Undersea as Jax will end up falling, and Alexi is alone towards clutching. He'll tap on to the player at mini Pit, but Plopsky is going to overwhelm him with the pistol round for NIP. Third player's on the way in. Hampus with the M4 suppressed behind the smoke over at CT. Plopsky's going to burn. Tag is going to let him burn down as well. Try hold the bait and switch. Look for Alexi B getting all-important kill as a player that's already in the site, though. Jax the Deagle can trade the man. So a 4 versus 3. Firing through the smoke. Hampus charges forward, but doesn't get the kill shot on Undersea. A single point of damage done, but eventually gets him through the smoke.
Not a lot of util for NIP to work with. Flash over the top. Hampus is looking for another pick to come through from the coffin's angle.
He sprays manically against Nico. Eventually will find that kill. Fuzi actually steals it away from the CT cross. That smoke is finally cleared. And now Hunter and Jax stand alone. 1 player at the Shire, 1 player at Dark. Dark has been tagged to 60 HP. 1 smoke down in from this banana control. And Hunter will strike back on the first player. Hampus and Fuzi working in, and Hunter makes it a double. On for the triple. Once again, a multi-frag round for him. Continuing his performance from Vertigo all the way into Inferno.
You can see the way that Jax is uncomfortable in that dark position. Doesn't have a lot of room to work with, but Hunter being able to utilize that space in the grill position ends up with a triple.
Preparing for an execution whenever they can muster here. Smokes down from Spray. Plopsky not quite that fantastic. The AK breath tag though, good for 2, not quite for 3. Fuzi's at least able to trade Hunter through the smoke, and Nico will just sneak the bomb plant in here with a 1v4 and 3 points of HP. He won't last long, not even against Fuzi, the first man into the site. Walk forward, Booze and the Molotov in. Great shot as well for the man. Not quite a connection to the second. The leg shot will come down. ESL will lead in against Nico instead, not capitalizing on the easy kill and overextending to lose his own life. A 4v2 now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, because that would have been commed over. He's low, swing for the pick to bring it back into the 3v3. What they don't know is the AWP is posted, and also, they don't know the Hampers is here.
Spray through, catches one, swing on a second, and everything gets hunted to return. Rez with a decent tap to the head, and the bomb being dropped in his presence. A 1v1. Alexi on 16 points of HP has got to play the patient game. Rez adjusting to pit over at the broken wall. His eyes set to the site, trying to look in from short. 20 to the clock. And the lead in, he's going to spot Alexi, take the kill shot, and take the clutch to win the round for NIP. Manassi now spotted by Hampers. That should give the ghost up on what's going on here with this play. Can't get a kill for it, and they won't commit to a full-on rotation. Manassi gonna abuse that CT smoke down to the apartments. Try drop in from the Keo position. Jax gets caught for it. Manassi able to get a couple of deagle shots in, though. Go back for that bomb and get it planted. 2v2. Concern will be HP and the Kevlar lacking there for. And Eco still gets dealt with Manassi in the 1 versus 2. Deagle pulled out, spots them both. Desperate to tap onto their heads. Needs to hit these shots perfectly, but it's not perfect for him. Plopsky closes the round. NIP will take damage with their 5th. Nade to his position, doesn't quite land the kill shot. Plopsky will try and look for it regardless. Aggressive ahead of the smoke, spots Nico, sprays, transfers to Manassi blind and almost gets him the same.
Taking Banana without losing casualties is a difficult factor for them right now. Molly goes out towards the sandbags, try and draw some of those positions out to the open. Jax really decimating to try and get a fight forward. Deals with ESL. Plopsky's fallen back, low on HP, but has still been alive.
Needs that backup to come in though. Fuzi with the lack of firepower. Jackson the numbers on HP line. Plopsky and Nero's footstep free. Firing, swing on Manassi, make it a quadra. Try to get his own ace here in this matchup. But it's Fuzi to steal it away instead. Famas out ahead of the site. Smokes down, suppress one individual, the AWP of Fuzi will get flashed off. Instead it's Rez to line up those 2 kills on Jackson. Alexi try to look for the triple. That's what he gets, even the quadra against Manassi. And the whole round falls down for G2. Nico in a 1v4, and they're hunting for the kill as well. You know, wonderful stuff. Looking for this CT half victory. You mentioned how important it would be for them. It felt a little bit iffy at the start. It's Rez to close down that ace. The second ace of the matchup going the way of NIP this time. To try and hold defense. That bomb will get picked up. Hunter is lurking in from long, but as he gets picked up by Fuzi, that should call in the info. Is the rotation going to be quick enough back here for NIP? 20 seconds. Alexi, spotted by ESL, gets his kill. And now they will get that second player in with an incendiary down at the right moment. Hampers will fall. Time still ticking. Though ESL got to look up high towards that boost. Nico can overwhelm. A 2v2. The bomb's getting planted. The retake is on for NIP. Or is it? Big gap. Shot doesn't connect. Manassi trades it. And now it's Rez to clutch. It begins slowly. Manassi's back turned, but covered off by the coffins. Nico out towards the new box, and Manassi spots his man. Rez tanking the damage, looking for the headshot desperately, but Manassi says, no, I want a double kill. That's exactly what I'll get. A 5th round for G2 as well.
And Nico getting flashed over, pressure building. They might try and refight this. Plopsky over aggressive, gets dealt with by Nico. And now for ESL, he's got to buy some time to allow that rotation from Fuzi. Yeah, evaded the flash entirely, was not blind. The kill comes in easy. He follows up through the smoke on ESL and all. Step the CT cross down the AWP of Fuzi with everything to do. G2 is storming his B site. Nico's leading the charge. Finally, a decent shot comes back as he leans further forward. Hampers will fall towards the A site. Alexi cleans up the AWP, and the M4 is in a 1v4, which he just cannot win. Jax to close it out. 8-7 at the turn of the half. G2 might not have held the confidence start that it did over on Vertigo. They tried this in the previous half there in that last round. NIP pulled the bait and switch. G2 pulled the bait and switch against NIP when they were on the T side. Harvest Hunter that kicks things off out on the other side of the map. Manassi at least one decent kill. Alexi falls back into the back of B. This is a 3v3 for the time being. He stands alone, but Jax is coming in for the backstab. That bomb's going to try and commit. Alexi, what can he do from this position? It's finding an engagement for Jax to land another great headshot for him in the pistol basis. Plopsky also falls, and it's Fuzi. Now he's the man alone. A 1 versus 3 scenario with the bomb being dropped in the back lines of that B side, and surely the next peak will be his last. And once they've got that mid aggression, Alexi's just not peeking. Knows he has to stay alive out from the new box because Jax has got the wrap, and Fuzi's now the last one that gets peeked in by Jax. A great wraparound play coming in.
Back out towards long just in case it's NIP that start their positions. Start their move in from brackets. Scout shot disconnect towards the first. Eventually get the kill towards Rez and tap forward on Hampus as well. Beautiful. The money shot, if you will. And looking for a triple and all here against Fuzi. The bomb should be dropped pretty effectively. A Scout no scope even lands. What a round that was. An eco rush that went fully the way of the G2 side. They rotate for the A hit, it seems.
Even though that pick comes through as a response, it doesn't break away the setup. 3 players up onto A, and NIP are running into the trap.
Smoke ahead of Hunter. I don't even think it landed, actually. He gets away with the kill on towards Rez, face on the second man, and drops him the same. Fuzi needs to double up, and he only gets 1 frag. Essa tag now, the bomb being dropped in over at Brackets. Not aware of the player off, and Keo gets Jax at the very least, adjusting towards the man, but can't transfer to Munacy. That one will get picked up in the 2 CTs. Up at Banana will start the rotations. Essa tag caught in the shoulder. Munacy somehow stays alive against Plopsky. Can't hit that second shot and won't get a chance at the third. A trade finally found at a 4 versus 4. And they have their heart set towards the A site as they continue to push in. Jax backed up over at the pit position. The smoke goes down. The engagement comes in. The damage has been done as well. Meanwhile, Hunter on the site holds on to a kill. Jax makes it a double. And Red's now spotted out with the AWP. A 1v4 clutch. Gets that first pick. Can't see that second player. Knows he's somewhere on the site. But where is the big question? He can't find the angle. And he most certainly won't find the kill. Hunter catches him looking the wrong way. The burst fire of Nico down into that banana smoke. Top of the broken wall now. Spot spray, kill found on 2 and 3. Easy mop up for the quadra overall.
You're at that situation now where it's last chance saloon. It's getting ever so close to it. Hunter, look at the aggression. Down from mid. Rez has got no idea. The M4's going to be out of strike. And he's even got a teammate of Modesty to peek with him.
Leg shot on Plopsky, caught off guard, jumping in the middle of the air. Jax at least makes a mistake against Essa tag, but Munacy able to close out against Plopsky. He's aware that Essa tag pressing forward. Hunter doing the exact same thing on the other side of the map. Ahead of Banana through the smokes. Fuzi caught Munacy, lightning fast reactions. Doesn't get the kill towards it. Will still look up towards top mid and connect that shot on Hampus instead. It's a lockdown round for G2 as Essa tag stands in the clutch, and surely he doesn't win this.
Players everywhere, coming in from spawn, bottom of Banana, out into the apartments. Essa tag is just hoping that he can isolate some of these individual duels. Alexi playing out from library catches him off, and similar characteristics to a lobby crunch on Nuke.
Yeah, pretty fair against Plopsky in particular. G2 now looking just to lock down the defensive of the smoke start coming in for the T side line execution set. Rez spotted and sprayed by Alexi B. Plopsky there with a decent trade back of his own. Hunter can get himself a triple, and it will be a 15-8 for G2 now on map and match point.
When it comes to the initial side defensive, and for NIP, even taking some of this Banana control, they have to deal with the AWP.
Oh, what a shot for Munacy. So well timed against Rez, full blinded, still found the kill. It's 1 out of 4 required. Nico is going to get a second. Trades in for Plopsky and Essa tag, but Alexi B gets involved in the mix. So a 3-on-2 for G2. That bomb still needs to get picked up back at T-stairs. And Munacy could cut off the carrier here. Looks onto the man, just back and forth and doubles up. That could be match winning. Essa tag now on for the clutch. Try flash his way back into Banana. A second flash. Munacy is caught blinded and will miss the shot this time. A re-smoke goes down. Essa tag ready for the swing. Spray blinded. Knife pulled out. Munacy at point blank. Missing his shots all the same. And somehow Essa tag escapes with the kill and should get the bomb down. He's up against 2.
Now Hunter and Jackson come quickly out from that Banana position. Hearing that bomb go down, Essa tag's got to fight.
Didn't spot the man. Coffin to wait. Jax ready with util. Hunter spotted now. Engagement. Essa tag isolating these fights. 3 kills to his name. Needs to win the quadra to try and hold this together. Try and keep NIP alive. He's playing behind the smoke and Jax has no idea. Taps it and Essa tag just sprays. The hero for the Ninjas as they continue to fight for their lives. And they back up towards Banana, lands pretty close to center of mass, and Plopsky tanks the damage. The AWP for Munacy, ready for the shot, and he doesn't miss.
You've just, what else can you do there? You're trying to jiggle peek, you're trying to get a flash over the top. Modesty.
Bomb will get recovered by Plopsky. The other 2 starting to peek in towards long. Munacy's back to receive them. Misses that shot. Gets away with the nade. Taking a look down through the smokes, blind firing, hoping he can catch EsTaG in the cubby corner. The flash goes over, he turns away from it, he connects that next shot. 2 to his name, 2 more to go. Jax is turn around, flanks involved. Plopsky comes up with his own counter flank, needs to get that bomb down here. Up against 2, can he clutch this time? Hunter, quick to the side, round of the corner. He's in the air, he's trying to force him out. The spray's not good enough, and G2 will close it. A 16-10 on map 2, a 2-0 series victory that stuns NIP. They will remain in the top start of the group, but that is a statement to send for G2.
Yeah, it absolutely is. What a much better performance coming through from G2, but it was from the outset alone on their opposition's map pick of